Operation White Dust, the Tainted Shield, the first crack. In the land of justice and liberty, a web of betrayal silently grew under the very system sworn to protect it. This is the true crime story of Operation White Dust, a multi-agency investigation that exposed a shocking alliance between corrupt police officers and DEA agent men who turned their badges into tools of greed, power, and murder. In 2018, the Drug Enforcement Administration began noticing anomalies in several high-level operations across the southern United States. Raids were being compromised, targets were fleeing before arrests, and large quantities of seized drugs were vanishing after supposedly secure storage. It started with a tip. An anonymous source claimed that a group of DEA agents and local police officers in Texas were working hand-in-hand with a major cartel, rerouting confiscated narcotics back into the streets. At the center of the storm was Special Agent Curtis Malone, a decorated DEA veteran known for his aggressive tactics and high success rate. To the outside world, Malone was a star. But behind closed doors, he had begun altering evidence logs, falsifying reports, and funneling seized drugs back into black market, blue line, or red hands. Agent Malone wasn't working alone. Investigators soon discovered a deeply embedded alliance with Sergeant Alan Ricks, a 17-year veteran of the Houston Police Department. Ricks had been under the radar for years, but Internal Affairs noted a disturbing pattern. Ricks was always present at failed raids, and his bank account held suspicious deposits far above his pay grade. Using wiretaps and undercover surveillance, federal agents began mapping a secret network of corrupted law enforcement officials stretching across Texas, Louisiana, and New Mexico. It wasn't just a few bad apples. It was a full-fledged criminal enterprise operated within the law enforcement system. Together, Malone and Ricks orchestrated false raids, misreported seizures, and in some cases, allegedly executed informants who threatened to expose them. The betrayal. In 2019, a junior DEA analyst named Jessica Lin flagged inconsistencies in Malone's drug logs. When she quietly approached a federal prosecutor, she unknowingly triggered the beginning of Operation White Dust, a covert investigation conducted by the FBI's Internal Corruption Task Force. Over the next 14 months, agents compiled damning evidence. Surveillance footage, phone records, payoffs, and even testimony from cartel defectors. It all led back to Malone, Ricks, and at least 9 others in law enforcement. The final blow came when bodycam footage was leaked, showing officers from Ricks' unit robbing a stash house, assaulting suspects, and loading cocaine into unmarked vehicles. Justice strikes back. In March 2021, federal agents launched simultaneous raids across 3 states. By dawn, 12 current and former officers were in custody, including DEA agent Curtis Malone. During trial, jurors heard chilling testimony of how the group used their authority to intimidate, traffic drugs, and silence witnesses. They were charged with racketeering, drug trafficking, obstruction of justice, and murder for hire. Malone was sentenced to life in federal prison without parole. Ricks, who took a plea deal, received 45 years and agreed to testify against others still under investigation. Aftermath. The scandal sent shockwaves through the justice system. It led to nationwide audits of drug seizure protocols and renewed calls for independent police oversight. Jessica Lin, the analyst who raised the first flag, was awarded a Federal Medal of Service, but now lives under protection due to cartel threats. Operation White Dust remains one of the largest internal corruption busts in U.S. law enforcement history, reminding the nation that even the most trusted uniforms can sometimes hide dangerous secrets.